The day has finally come. You're out. You have paid your time. But now what? Where do you go? What's the next step? You know you want to stay out. You don't want to reoffend. But what's out there to help you stick to your goals? The Legal Aid Society of Columbus has a reentry program geared specifically towards those questions. We are here to walk with you during your time of transition. The reentry project at the Legal Aid Society of Columbus is aimed at knocking down barriers ex-offenders may face. Do you know where you're going to live once released? Do you have a family member or friend to stay with? What are you going to do? Apartment managers have every right to refuse you housing based on your ex-offender status. Your best option is to learn how to talk about your conviction. The Legal Aid Society of Columbus can direct you on where to go to talk about your history and can assist you if you feel you are being unlawfully refused housing. Reuniting with family is one of the greatest rewards of being released. If you have children, have you thought about the steps you need to take to see them? The most important action you can take while you are incarcerated and once released is to keep in contact with your children. Write letters, call, send birthday cards, do anything you can to prove that you want to stay in the child's life. Once you are released and want to get visitation, call your local legal aid for assistance. The Legal Aid Society of Columbus can help you get back into society constructively. As we focus much attention on reentry services, we understand the barriers you can face. We have numerous counselors that can set you up with a caseworker and get an emergency supply of food stamps, Medicaid, and any other state assistance you may be eligible for. Finding a job is a crucial part of rejoining society. Finding employment can be tricky, and lying about your ex-offender status will only make finding employment harder. Community Connections, a Legal Aid Society of Columbus community partner, has an in-depth training program. Once released, you can learn how to talk about your conviction, write a resume, get college credit, or get trained for a trade skill. The Salvation Army offers a similar program. Again, if you feel you are being unlawfully refused employment, contact your legal aid. Here at Legal Aid, we are dedicated to opening doors and breaking down barriers to justice. Every week we have clinics on varying topics, all aimed at educating you on your rights and responsibilities as a member of society. In addition to these in-house clinics, we also go out into the community to do presentations on the topic asked for. Currently, we are developing a legal education series to be taken into the prisons. The goal of this project is to educate people in all phases of incarceration and the steps to take in making reentering society successful. In addition to these presentations, we are currently working on the Restorative Justice Week Walk, taking a theme of anti-violence into the community. The reentry team is also currently active with Veteran Services in Columbus. We are working on altering the intake interview for arrested persons to establish if they or any members of their immediate family have ever served in the United States Armed Forces. This is an important issue that has recently come to light as veterans and their families have unique benefits that need to be addressed once incarcerated and again when close to release. We have also developed a series of panels to educate the general public on the myths of the incarcerated population, housing issues, including housing for sex offenders, barriers to reentry, and so forth. The United Way is an active community partner with the Legal Aid Society of Columbus and often sponsors and hosts such panels. The Legal Aid Society of Columbus has interpreters available if you do not speak English. Our immigrant outreach program is very active within the Columbus community. Do not hesitate to contact us if your primary language is not English. Feel free to call the Legal Aid Society of Columbus at area 614-241-2001 or toll free at 1-800-246-4420.
Looking out the window, the world went passing by. So much pain and misery, well, I hung my head and cried. There's a hooker on the corner, sells a body and a soul. But the buyers, they don't want her now, she ain't pretty anymore. There's a young man in the alley, he's been there for some time. I guess he traded in tomorrow for today's peace of mind. I just shut my eyes, turn and walk away. Say I'll do tomorrow what I should have done today. Suffering goes on and time just slips away. 'Cause I put off until tomorrow what I should have done